Ducati. It's been a while since we last had them on our show. This time around, the baby Panigale will be making its first appearance here on Malaysian Riders. And this is wonderful for us as we've been hoping to get our hands on it for quite a while. So let's find out how it feels like to ride a newborn Ducati Panigale in Sepang International Circuit. Welcome to Malaysian Riders. As a replacement for the Ducati 848, the baby Panigale comes with an impressive 898cc L-twin Super Quadro engine, which produces around 148 horsepower and a massive 99 Nm of torque. To put into context, this baby Panigale can easily fit into a proper super sport race with little modification needed. Alright, I might be exaggerating, but it is amazing how much power this little thing has. The 899 then has mostly what its bigger brother has. One thing for sure, Ducati decided to use a dual-sided swing arm rather than a single-sided swing arm like the 1199. Alright, it's all impressive on the spec sheet, isn't it? But then again, how does it ride? Will it be as exciting as the 1199 Panigale, or will it be the other way around? Looking back, it was really an amazing experience getting to ride the 1199S Panigale, the one that was lended to me by a friend. I did say that it's not really an easy bike to handle. It needs a lot of attention and it's just amazingly hot around your legs. But then again, I was riding it on the open road. This time we have the 899 on the track, so I think the angle that I'm looking at is already different here. It's more about the performance and how it handles on the Sepang circuit. So I guess we'll be needing a road test to find out how it reacts in the real world environment. But for now, let's take it to the tarmac of the SIC, shall we? The test on this Panigale was divided by two separate sessions for our own data collection. I decided to go out on the sports mode first and followed by the race mode as we progressed throughout the day. My target was to do at least 20 laps for the test so that we can really gather some solid data. But that's usually not the case, and it turned out to be true for this one as well. But then again, I shall make use of whatever information we can obtain. As soon as I hit the track, I had a moment which kicks in from my memory of riding the 1199S. On this 899, it felt the same. How the bike feels stiff and light underneath the rider. That is all thanks to the monocoque chassis that they are using on this bike, similar to that on 1199. And of course, I'm pretty sure I'm a different rider compared to my own self back then, so that probably plays some part to my feel of the bike. The 899 feels generally the same like its bigger brother, but the obvious thing that I noticed was how much it loses the power from the 1199S. It doesn't really scare you to go full on with it, but that is to be expected, isn't it? The power reduction then works well with the 899 new set of rubbers, Pirelli Diablo Rosso Corsa, which is to me enough to do the job on the track, and certainly will be amazing on the open road. Although I wasn't really happy with the way the front end reacts when braking hard and trying to tip the bike for the corner entry, because it wobbles and vibrates a little, but that may be caused by the tire pressure. The suspension both front and rear are adjustable, but we didn't have much time to specifically adjust it according to my needs, because I weigh around 57 kilograms and that doesn't translate well when going through a corner. Combine that with a tire that feels like a rock? Ugh, it doesn't feel great. But what am I to complain? Ducati Malaysia could not cater to every single rider on that particular day, so I have to work with it. But if this is yours, take some time to play around with it and find that sweet spot for your riding style. And although this is not a road test, I have to say that the bike might perform better on the open road than it does on the track. One thing for sure, the seat felt great, and to my size, I got enough room to move about on the bike, and this is not the biggest bike out there in the market. So there you go. What else can we talk about? The time I had off the bike was spent to discuss some of the information that was obtained from the sessions given. Me and Nadir then looked into the details of the performance and handling of the 899, and we concluded that it is a bike that needs a lot of adjustment and getting used to, only so that you can go on a proper fast laps around the circuit, because the lap times and some data we gathered shows that it's not consistent and doesn't really complement what I felt, and that says a lot about the bike. I can be consistent, but on this 899 it takes more effort to do so. You might say that it's just me and I'm not a good rider to do the job, but then it's not about being fast here, it's about being consistent. The 899 then is still a wild horse like its bigger brother. Nothing bad about that, in fact that is part of the reason why I love the Panigale in the first place. It's a challenging bike to handle, and when you get it right, it's just amazing. And there is something else. I was having a problem with the foot peg before, but I guess that was just me. I kept on slipping, my leg kept on slipping from the foot pegs while I was on a heartbreaking situation. But it doesn't happen every single lap, so if it doesn't happen every single lap, it's not the bike, it's you. All in all, I was happy with how the test went. I'm confident to say that the 899 fit its purpose in the Ducati sports bike family. It's fun to ride, it's still the Ducati that you expected, and it does all the middleweight supersport does. Plus, it has an amazing quick shifter which works just fine. So what I've been saying for the past few minutes, it's a bike with a Panigale badge on it, but with less intimidation to its rider. That does mean, with time, you can push it even more with a better peace of mind, knowing that you can handle it. So, it is a good bike, isn't it? Well, that's the problem. When everything seems good, you tend to overlook for some of its flaws. And I must say, the foot peg thingy, it's not just me who had that problem. There are others who struggles with the foot pegs just like me. But then, you can't write off a machine just for one thing that you don't like. What I can say is, a rider must adapt to the bike rather than the bike adapting to you. So, I have to spend more time on it, don't I? That's about it for now, I think. Thank you for watching the film and we truly appreciate it. Till next time, goodbye.